Good morning to all. Yesterday we have discussed about the bacteriophage and multiplication of bacteriophage with the help of lytic and lysogenic life cycles. So our two learning objectives are we will discuss about the general account of viral multiplication, then classification of viruses on the basis of nucleic acid, that is genetic material. In addition to this, we will discuss about virions and prions, and lastly we will discuss about the economic importance of viruses. So there are many steps involved in viral replication. We have discussed in yesterday lecture also. बैक्टीरियोफेज की जब हमने मल्टीप्लिकेशन के बारे में पढ़ा था तो उसमें भी हमने डिस्कस किया था. So same way, this is a general account of viral replication. So first step in this viral replication is attachment of virus to the host cell surface. So this is the first step. This is a viral particle. It will attach itself to the host cell surface. There are some special receptors on the membrane for this viral particle. Then second step is penetration. It will penetrate inside the host cell by the process of endocytosis. Next step is uncoating. Uncoating, in this step, this viral particle, as we know that it is covered with the proteinaceous covering which is known as capsid. So the uncoating of this capsid and then release of this genetic material into the cytoplasm. Then next step is viral genome replication. After that, this viral genome which is released into the cytoplasm, it will multiply. Next step is maturation. After multiplication, it will synthesize the desired proteins and other constituents for the formation of entire viral particle. So that process is known as maturation. And after the formation of all the constituents, they will assemble to form complete infectious particle or virus particle. This whole process comes under this maturation, and final step is release. So after the multiplication and assembly of this viral particles, they are released outside this host cell, and they are ready to infect us fresh or healthy host cell. So we will discuss this in some detail. So this is the picture which shows the stepwise various steps involved in viral replication. The first step is attachment or adsorption. So in first step, this virus particle will attach itself to the host cell. That host cells have some special receptors for virus particles. So these are some receptors. These receptors act as lock and key. So they are present on the plasma membrane of the host cell. So this is the first step. So in first step, the viral particle attaches to the specific receptor site on the plasma membrane of host cell. The next step is penetration. Next step, this viral particle will penetrate inside the host cell. So this is the second step, penetration. This virus will fused by the process of endocytosis inside the host cell, and the nucleic acid is released into the cytoplasm, and this is released into the cytoplasm. Then the third step is uncoating. Uncoating means the breakdown of outer proteinaceous covering, that is capsid, and release of this genetic material, nucleic acid, inside the cytoplasm. This is the third step. Capsid is degraded and nucleic acid is released into the cell. Then fourth step is synthesis. It involves replication and protein production. So after the release of this nucleic acid, it will multiply. It will form many copies of its genome and will form all the constituent particles like proteinaceous covering made up of capsomeres and all other proteins which are required for the formation of complete infectious virus particle. So this whole process comes under this step, that is synthesis. It depends upon the type of viruses where the synthesis occur. In DNA viruses, those viruses in which the genetic material is DNA, उनमें जो न्यूक्लिक एसिड है दैट इज सिंथेसाइज्ड इन द होस्ट सेल न्यूक्लियस. तो उसका जो न्यूक्लिक एसिड है वो बनता है होस्ट सेल के न्यूक्लियस के अंदर. फॉर आरएनए वायरसेस, जो सारे के सारे कंपोनेंट्स है वायरस के, दे आर फाउंड इन साइटोप्लाज्म. सो दिस इज द डिफरेंस. जो डीएनए कंटेनिंग वायरसेस हैं उनमें जो डीएनए मल्टीप्लिकेशन होती है दैट अकर्स इनसाइड द होस्ट न्यूक्लियस के अंदर. जबकि जो आरएनए वायरसेस हैं, मींस viruses which contain nucleic acid as RNA, उनके सारे के सारे कंपोनेंट बनते हैं साइटोप्लाज्म. The next is assembly. After the formation of all these constituent particles of viruses, इसके बाद ये assemble होते हैं to form the complete infectious or we can say complete virus particle. So this comes under this process, this step, assembly. So all the proteins, this multiplied genome, they all assemble together to form complete viral particle. So this is the next step, assembly. This assembly that also occurs in some viruses. It occurs inside the nucleus. For example, in case of adenovirus and herpes, and in some viruses it occurs inside the cytoplasm. For example, pox virus and picorna. Then the last step, after the formation or assemblage of this complete viral particle, then the last step is the release of this complete fully formed viral particles outside this host cell. So this is the last step. So the release in case of animal cells is without the breakdown of this cell membrane. So this is exocytosis, we can say. एनिमल वायरसेस के केसेस में जो सेल है, होस्ट सेल है, उसमें सेल वॉल ब्रेकडाउन, सेल मेम्ब्रेन ब्रेकडाउन नहीं होती है. बिना ब्रेकडाउन के ही जो वायरस का पार्टिकल है वो रिलीज़ हो जाता है होस्ट सेल से. इन केस ऑफ मिक्सो वायरसेस, जो मिक्सो वायरसेस हैं उनमें जो वायरस है दैट इज़ रिलीज्ड बाय द प्रोसेस ऑफ पिंचिंग ऑफ दैट, और वी कैन से बडिंग ऑफ सेल मेम्ब्रेन. जैसे बड फॉर्मेशन ईस्ट में होता है, वैसे ही बड की फॉर्म में जो प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन है दैट विल फॉर्म अ बड लाइक स्ट्रक्चर एंड दिस वायरस पार्टिकल इज रिलीज्ड फ्रॉम द होस्ट सेल. इन केस ऑफ बैक्टीरियोफेज, हमने लास्ट लेक्चर में डिस्कस किया था, स्पेलिंग इज रॉन्ग, PHAGE. इन केस ऑफ बैक्टीरियोफेज, उसमें जो बैक्टीरियल सेल है उसके ब्रेकडाउन से जो वायरल पार्टिकल्स है दे आर रिलीज. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द जनरलाइज्ड account of viral multiplication. The next, there are some important facts regarding viral replication. So we already have discussed this, that viruses multiply only inside the living cell because they don't have any machineries which are used for replication or multiplication. So they are totally dependent on living cells. Next, they use host machinery, host energy for their multiplication. I have discussed this in previous lectures. So they are totally dependent on host for their multiplication and for energy for all the other constant particles for the formation of complete viral particle. Next, जो viral genome है that must be able to produce messenger RNA. This is very very important so that they can synthesize the desired protein, जो protein उन्हें चाहिए वो बना सके. So viral genome must be able to produce mRNA, messenger RNA. The next, host cell protein synthesizing machinery may be able to synthesize viral protein. Then with the help of this, जो host cell protein synthesizing machinery है उसको जो वायरस है वो यूज़ करता है अपनी प्रोटीन्स को बनाने के लिए. It means it will control host machinery for synthesizing viral proteins. The next classification of viruses. हमने वायरसेस की क्लासिफिकेशन पढ़ी थी शेप्स के बेसिस पे, सिमेट्री के बेसिस पे. द नेक्स्ट इज बेस्ड ऑन न्यूक्लिक एसिड. जो न्यूक्लिक एसिड है हमने पहले पढ़ा था कि कुछ एक वायरसेस में न्यूक्लिक एसिड जो प्रेजेंट होता है दैट इज़ DNA. सो ऐसे वायरसेस जिनमें DNA प्रेजेंट होता है उनको बोलते हैं हम डीऑक्सी वायरसेस. दे आर मोस्टली एनिमल वायरसेस. एंड इन वायरसेस विच कंटेन जेनेटिक मटेरियल RNA उनको बोलते हैं हम राइबो वायरसेस और प्लांट वायरसेस. Some viruses have RNA as well as DNA as their genetic material. These are leucoviruses or Rus viruses. In some viruses, the genome is made up of DNA and RNA. So these are mainly cytomegaloviruses. The next comes on the basis of number of nucleic acid strands. जो strands है, number of strands है, उसके basis पे classify किया है viruses को. So first is double stranded DNA containing viruses. So the viruses which contain double stranded DNA. Yesterday we have discussed about this T2 bacteriophage. So this is one example. In coliphage, pox viruses, all the T phages and lambda phage. So all these viruses contain double stranded DNA in their nucleic acid as their genetic material. The next is single stranded DNA. So single stranded DNA is found in bacteriophage phi 174 and M13. So these are the name of these bacteriophages. So इनमें जो DNA होता है, that is single stranded. The next, double stranded RNA. So viruses which contain their genetic material as double stranded RNA. So examples are wound tumor virus and rice dwarf virus. So these are the viruses which contain double stranded RNA. Next is single stranded RNA. So that we have discussed in our helical symmetry, that is TMV, tobacco mosaic viruses which contain single stranded RNA. In addition to this, there are some bacteriophages like MS2, R17 and avian leukemia virus. So these all viruses contain single stranded RNA in their as their genetic material. Next, this is some brief flow chart which shows this genetic material of viruses. Firstly, RNA as linear piece of RNA. So it may be single stranded, as we have discussed in TMV, tobacco mosaic viruses, double stranded as in Rio viruses. Next is DNA. Genetic material is DNA and it is linear. So single stranded in coliphage and double stranded in smallpox virus. Next comes DNA in circular form or circular shape. This is single stranded in case of coliphage phi 174 and in double stranded circular DNA in simian virus 40. This is simian, actually the spelling is wrong here. It causes cancer in humans. The next very important term, viroids. So viroids, these were first discovered by T.O. Diener in 1971. So this infectious RNA particle, we can say, was associated with potato spindle disease. So during the study of this disease, T.O. Diener discovered this structure with this infectious particle, which is commonly known as viroids. So what are viroids? These are circular single-stranded RNA molecules. These are single-stranded RNA molecules of low molecular weight and known to cause disease in plants. So it means they are without any proteinaceous covering. So they are naked single-stranded RNA pieces which are infectious in nature. These are smallest known pathogens in nature. These are the smallest one. The next, they do not code for any proteins. They does not have any codons for proteins. Next, they multiply inside the nucleus of infected plant cell by a special mechanism which is known as rolling circle mechanism. This is the mechanism by which, with the help of which they multiply. What is this mechanism? In this mechanism, the virus forms multimeric strands of RNA. Multimeric strands of RNA बनते हैं इसमें, और जो multimeric strands हैं, they are cut down into the small monomers, small pieces में. There are long strand of RNA. This is cut down into small pieces. और जो एक individual piece है, that will form the circular structure or circular RNA particle. We can say a fresh, complete infectious viroid particle. So this mechanism is known as rolling circle mechanism, and these freshly formed viroids are able to cause disease in fresh cell of the plant, and they are transferred एक cell से दूसरे cell में. They are transferred in plants by the structure which is known as plasmodesmata. ये जो connection होता है plants में दो cells के बीच में, this connection is known as plasmodesmata. So जो ये infectious viroids बनते हैं infected cells में. They are transferred to the healthy cell with the help of this bridge, which is commonly known as plasmodesmata, and they are also transferred to other part of the plant by phloem. In addition to this, the diseases caused by viroids, one is potato spindle disease, and other diseases coconut kadang disease. The symptom of this disease, it mostly infects the leaves and crown of the coconut tree. जो leaves हैं coconut के और जो crown है उसको infect करता है, and finally it leads to the death of plant. इसकी वजह से जो coconut का जो nuts का size है, that is highly reduced into small nuts, and it results in high yield loss and quality loss. This disease is most frequently prevailed in Philippines. In addition to this, it also causes chrysanthemum stunt disease, means dwarfing of this chrysanthemum plant. Prions. So prions were first discovered by Prusiner in 1982. It is a disease which is associated with neurological disorders, mostly in case of sheep के एक न्यूरोलॉजिकल डिसऑर्डर को स्टडी करते हुए प्रिजनर ने इस जो इन्फेक्शियस पार्टिकल है प्रियॉन्स को डिस्कवर किया था. व्हाट आर प्रियॉन्स? प्रियॉन्स क्या हैं? इन्फेक्शियस पार्टिकल्स हैं जो कि एंटायरली फुली दे आर मेड अप ऑफ ओनली प्रोटीन्स. सो वी कैन से दीज आर इन्फेक्शियस प्रोटीन पार्टिकल्स विच कॉजेज डिजीज. दे डोंट हैव एनी न्यूक्लिक एसिड. और ये जो प्रोटीनेशियस पार्टिकल्स होते हैं विच कॉज डिजीज, दे आर हाईली हीट रेजिस्टेंट, मीन्स इनको टेम्परेचर का ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. दे आर नॉट अफेक्टेड बाय प्रोटीन हाई टेम्परेचर. बेसिकली दीज प्रोटीन्स आर denatured, unorganized, unfolded proteins, जो कि जो हेल्दी प्रोटीन्स हैं, जो फोल्डेड प्रोटीन्स हैं हमारी बॉडी की, जो सेल्स की प्रोटीन्स हैं, उनको भी ये डीनेचर करती हैं, अफेक्ट करती हैं, जिसकी वजह से डिजीज़ होता है. मोस्टली दे आर नॉन टू अफेक्ट आर नर्वस सिस्टम, न्यूरोलॉजिकल सिस्टम. सो मोस्टली अफेक्ट्स द नर्वस टिश्यू एंड रिजल्ट्स इन बोवाइन स्पॉन्जीफॉर्म एनसेफेलाइटिस, जिसको कि कॉमनली बोला जाता है मैड काउ डिजीज़. So mad cow disease cause करता है prions. In addition to this, it causes scrapie disease in sheep. जो scrapie word है, it is derived from a word which means itching. So जो ये sheep है, इनको itching होती है. They rub their body with some other objects, जिसकी वजह से जो इनकी hairs है वो वहाँ से break down हो जाते हैं, and naked area is formed. So this disease is known as scrapie disease. This is also caused by these infectious protein particles which are known as prions. In addition to this, they also cause Kuru and Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease in humans. इस disease की वजह से it results in shrinkage of brain. Brain का size reduce हो जाता है, which results in neurological disorders. Then next comes economic importance of viruses. Economic importance में दोनों importance आ जाती है. Means it also include useful as well as harmful activities of viruses. So mostly viruses are, we have discussed in our first lecture, they are obligatory parasite, means they will cause disease, and they also helps in understanding various biological phenomena. In addition to this, we will discuss about useful applications. So mostly they are used to study the molecular biological phenomena like DNA replication, RNA processing, and protein transport and specificity of proteins. In addition to this, viruses also helps in study the concept of split gene. So firstly, this concept of split gene was observed in case of viruses, especially in case of adenoviruses. So split gene consists of various coding and non-coding region that we have discussed in our lower classes, like exon and introns. Exons are coding regions, intron are non-coding regions. They also act as vectors, we can say cloning vehicles to transfer the desired genetic material from one organism, one cell to another cell in case of biotechnology. They are also used for the development of various vaccines. The next, they are used for virotherapy. Virotherapy is a current concept for in which with the help of biotechnology we can treat some disease like cancer. So viruses are altered to treat some disease. This is commonly known as virotherapy. Then gene therapy for the treatment of genes. Then phage therapy, and these are some useful applications of viruses. Comes harmful activities. As we all know, they are basically parasites, so they cause disease. Human disease like smallpox in Asia, Africa, and America. Latest one is COVID-19. So this is very frequently a hot topic of nowadays. So till 11th August, the death toll due to this disease is 7,37,864. So इतनी deaths हो चुकी हैं इस वायरल डिजीज की वजह से, COVID-19 की वजह से. The next is AIDS. AIDS is very common disease of our immune system. Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, it is the acronym of this disease. It is caused by HIV. So ये जो वायरस है ये भी आज तक 34 millions जो है डेथ हो चुकी है इसकी वजह से. Then next is SARS, SARS. It stands for Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome. Syndrome is basically a group of diseases. So it was very prevalent during 2003 and 2005 to 2005 in Asian countries. It caused various respiratory abnormalities, anomalies. The next is Ebola disease. This was most frequently in news during 2014 and 15 in Africa. In addition to this, there are a list of various diseases which are caused by viruses such as rabies. This is caused by the biting of rabid dog. Next, plant diseases like tobacco mosaic viruses, tobacco mosaic disease, stunting, ring spotting, top necrosis, yellowing, vein clearing, blossom breaks. These are some list of in next slide there are some list of diseases in humans as well as you have to study these. So this table shows disease caused by viruses like cauliflower mosaic, cucumber mosaic, leaf curl tomato mosaic, sugarcane potato mosaic, rice tungro, tobacco mosaic, tobacco spotted wilt. So this is causal agents and this is transmission. You have to study it. Next slide, there are human disease which are caused by viruses. This is a list of disease. These are the questions which can be asked in the exam for 1 marks. Then there are some terms like latency, bacteriophage, lytic cycle, lysogenic cycle, temperate phage, ghost. These are some terms that we have discussed. You can study it from this slide. So this is all about today. Thank you. Have a nice day.